Hi everyone, welcome back to the greenhouses. We're doing our series live from the greenhouses. I hope you have been enjoying getting a little behind the scenes look at our life in the greenhouses. So be sure to say hi, let us know you're watching. Amy's working behind me, so say hi to Amy. Go ahead and comment, and she's planting up some gazania plugs, and here I'm just talking again. You know, it's not really like that. It's I'm not just talking and Amy's working. I assure you, I am working behind the scenes once we go off our live. So today I got some watering to do, and I'm going to do our first application of systemic insecticide. That's a topic for another day, but I will be going through and getting all the geraniums and the begonias, and I want to give them a dose of systemic insecticide because I don't want any problems in the greenhouses. But today we're going back to the basics as promised, and we're going to be talking about soil. And this is a hot topic for me. If you know me, you know I talk a lot about soil, and we'll probably get into a little more in depth tomorrow, but today we're going to park it on germinating mix. And germinating mix is a really light, airy soil, and it's really what you need for starting seeds. And this is germinating mix. So it's a very light, fluffy soil, and it's by design like that so that when the seeds sprout, they can push their way up out of the soil easily. So they do need a germinating mix. If you're starting seeds at home, and let us know, comment down below. Are you starting maybe some vegetable plants at home, maybe some tomatoes? Comment down below if you're starting something from seed at home. It's fun to try. So this is germinating mix. It's different than just the regular soil. The regular soil is much heavier, much clumpier. There's usually some big clumps in here. So this is the regular, this is the Jolly Gardener. This is what we use in our greenhouses. But there's a big difference in what that soil looks and feels like. So if you're starting seeds at home, use a germinating mix. And I had a little surprise this morning when I came into the greenhouses. I poked my head into our germinating chamber. That's where we start a lot of our seeds. And just 2 days ago, I direct sowed some zinnias, and we did a little reel on Instagram on that. So here are the zinnias, and this is the double Zahara mix. And I'm just going to try to get close here. Look at what I woke up to this morning. Lots of little baby zinnias popping up, really happy. So it only took 2 days for them to germinate and start sprouting up. And it's always a lot of fun to watch. And marigolds are really cool to seed because boom, they are up like the next day. And if you do things right with germinating mix, with those seeds in the germinating mix, and you give it a bottom heat. So this tray has that bottom heat penetrating through that soil. So it keeps at about 85 degrees sitting on a heating mat. And when it has that proper moisture, so you want to make sure that it's kept pretty wet, not muddy, but pretty wet. The seeds just really will come to life fast. So it's kind of fun when you get to see that happen, sometimes within a day, to watch those seeds pop up. So you really do need germinating mix for if you're starting seeds at home. And again, we like the Jolly Gardener. We like SunGrow. You can go to our beatyourneighbor.com website, and if you look under the soil, or if you just go to the shop page and scroll down, you can find a germinating mix there. So you can go ahead and purchase it there. So if you're looking for it, that's available at our beatyourneighbor.com website. I've got one of the tomato plants that I started, and we started that in a germinating mix, and we've been adding to it. And I showed you before, these tomato plants just keep growing up, and now that they're in the greenhouse, boy, they are really growing fast. And I showed you how, you know, sometimes tomato plants get real leggy and they start stretching, and the real easy trick for that is to just go ahead and shove them down into the soil. Anything that goes below the soil, I'm going to take those leaves off though. So it doesn't really need this. I'm just going to go through and probably one more time, before I transplant this into a larger pot. This is a 6-inch pot. And one more time, I'm going to shove this way down and fill in that soil against there. against that tomato plant. And probably the next time that we talk about this, he's going to be probably thick as my fingers and ready to be transplanted into the next size container. So, and I like to put this into a 5-gallon, at least a 5-gallon size for my tomato plants. So anyway, yeah, we're going back to the basics this whole week because it's so fundamental to talk about soil. You have to have soil right. If you have the wrong soil, that's where you get tripped up. So we talk a lot about soil. We talk a lot about correct watering because those are fundamental, basic things that if you don't get those right, you're not going to have beautiful plants and flowers. So germinating mix is definitely something that we use a lot around here. And it is very important, you know, again, if you're starting seeds at home. So go ahead, chime in, let us know if you're starting seeds at home and what you're raising. So again, so that's just germinating mix. So tomorrow we're going to really dive in deep into soil. And we're going to talk extensively on soil because it's a hot topic for me. I'm going to take a look here and show you what Amy is doing.
I'm working on the Big Kiss Yellow Flame. You see that? And it is a gazania. It has that striping naturally in it. And I'm just doing plugs with these because the seeds are so tiny. They normally have doubles on them. So instead of just putting the plug in itself, I have to go through each one and separate them so you can see this. So that takes a little bit more time. Not a big deal. With all of the trays that we had in the last few weeks, I have 2 trays left to plant of plugs. And then this week we will be filling pots again. And then Wednesday, Thursday, it will be a new shipment of more of the vines.
Lots more stuff coming in on Wednesday.
A lot of stuff coming in on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday, whatever it is. Yeah, once it.
I think this shipment will be where they actually bring in a pallet of plants.
That'll be fun. It's always fun to get a new shipment in and see what came in and see what it looks like and then start planting again all over. So each week it starts fresh for us. It's great if we can kind of manage, if we can get ahead, and we're sitting pretty good this week. Mm-hmm. We've never been like this before.
So I just want to say, you know, this is the germinating mix. You can see when I'm putting my finger into it to give myself just a little bit of a hole to guide myself. I'm trying to get most of those roots in there and covered with a little bit of soil. It squishes down, and then I try to, you know, pinch those roots in with the soil just to cover it a little bit. But we will go through when we water. The initial watering of this, I'll flood this whole thing so that all of this soil tends to, you know, even out and then wrap around covering those roots. So I'm trying to not have as many exposed roots, but once we water it a few times, those will go right under.
Yeah, and there's benches and benches of gazanias. I can show you here. But so that's the job of today. Like I said, I'm going to water as soon as I'm done here, and Amy's going to keep on planting. You've got a few more plug trays of the gazanias, and then we're sitting pretty good.
Then it's inside to do paperwork for the fertilizer.
Yes.
Monthly paperwork.
Yay, paperwork. I'm so glad that Amy took over that job. I'm not a paperwork person. Amy's, like I said before, I married up, and she's the paperwork. She loves that. I like swinging a hammer or plowing snow or whatever. I like to do something like that. I'm not a paperwork person. So, but we're in 36 states. Working on
38 right now.
Working on 38. And can you say what those states are?
We're waiting on Idaho. I think we're like 60 days, so maybe another 30 days before we can actually sell in that state. I'm waiting on paperwork from Massachusetts and Maryland, I believe.
Yay, yeah. So that's, some
So everything's in, it's under their review, and now it's just a waiting game for us, and which means it's a waiting game for anybody in those states. So
and why can't we just sell in 50 states?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, wouldn't that be great? No.
Yeah,
Lots of red tape.
Yep, every state has their rules and regulations and has to do a review of the product or the label. There's all sorts of stuff that goes into it. I get it. That's their rules. That's what we abide by. So it's just a patient waiting game. And I'll probably start tackling new states besides those three after the greenhouse season. And then normally like July, August, I'll start reevaluating of, what states do we want to go into next? And is it feasible work-wise, paper-wise, expense-wise?
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Yeah.
So that's the reason.
Hopefully at some point we'll be 50 states.
Yeah. But it's a big task for small business owners that, are also raising 500,000 flowers behind them and all those other things. So we'll catch you tomorrow and more this week on going back to the basics. So be sure to like us, share us, follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, that is your resource for the how-to videos. There are literally hundreds of how-to videos on our Sharky's Greenhouses YouTube channel. You can look up Sharky's Greenhouses, or you can just look up Beat Your Neighbor Fertilizer. Our channel should pop up once you're on YouTube. So be sure to check that out. There's a lot
All
of
sorts of cool reels.
Yeah, cool reels and
Funny.
doing some of these shorter videos. We're trying everything and seeing what works. And let us know. Go ahead and chime in. And what do you like? Do you like us doing these lives? Give us some feedback. Do you like just the regular learning videos, or do you just
be nice?
Yeah, be nice. Don't be mean. If you're gonna be mean, go somewhere else. Go watch some other channel and go watch some funny cat videos or something and lighten up. Yes. So, all right, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.